Okay, last of the trilogy, 2 thrones, let's do it.
So if you remember from last time, if we got the real ending, the prince takes big tits back. Wait. Well, they're not as big.
Oh. I need a new name for her now. How about...
Not as big tits. Yeah, that'll do. So the prince takes not as big tits back home to Babylon, but his city is under siege, and the prince's boat is hit with a 1 in a million shot from a catapult.
Or they're just really good at their job. I mean, what do I know? I never fired a catapult.
So the first thing I notice about the prince is that he looks ill. I mean, he's half the size he was in the last 2 games. But oh well, time for a tutorial. And if you wanted some big changes from the last game, you're not getting them. The gameplay is near enough identical to the last one. But that is far from a bad thing, because the awesome combat and the fun platforming makes a return with some new platforming moves thrown in. The prince is trying to catch up with not as big tits, and while he's doing that, he eventually acquires a weapon. A knife.
Why is it that every time disaster strikes, I find myself without a proper blade?
You sound as if it always happens. It's happened twice. Oh well, I'll get to try stealth parts now. And they're awesome.
Pretty simple. Get behind the guy, push triangle when the screen flashes, and then push square when it flashes again and again until he's dead.
So while we're chasing not so big tits...
Stop. Okay, maybe it was funny the first few times in the last video, but not so much now.
The is this?
I am your dark self, your warrior within perhaps.
Shouldn't you have been in the last video then?
Did you see a dark prince in the last one?
Oh no, but I don't see one here either.
Give it time.
It doesn't seem very dark.
Prick!
There it is.
So the prince catches up with not so big tits.
There it is again.
Quiet you. We find her and Jafar and... Oh! That looked like it hurt. A lot. I mean, Jesus! He should lose control of his arm. A hell of a lot of blood. So when the prince has been too much of a man to notice his arm, Jafar kills Nox's big tits with the dagger of time, then stabs himself with the dagger of time, so that turns him into... this. Okay, anyway, the sands are released and the prince gets the dagger of time and now has to escape the palace. And because he has the dagger of time, he can rewind time once again.
Okay, time to escape the palace. Come on, we can do this. Ha!
That wasn't funny.
Kind of dark me, are you?
So the prince eventually escapes the palace by falling into the sewers and somehow losing his shirt. The prince is now greeted by his inner dark self.
See, I told you.
Yeah, you're a little early. You should have come in about now. Would have made more sense.
I'm sorry.
Starting to wonder if you are my dark self.
Twat!
Never mind.
So here we are in the sewers fighting these mutant freaks and then... Whoa! Dark Prince.
I like it.
You would. The Dark Prince is more stronger than the normal prince, but is constantly losing health, and the only way to get health back is by absorbing the sands, which you get from defeating enemies and random pots. The only way the prince can turn back to normal is with water.
Because water cures everything in Persia.
You know what? I've been playing a lot of these games. Bet I can pull off some of this stuff.
I mean, how hard can it be?
I'm going to enjoy this.
Okay, that'll teach me.
Oh man. Dumbass.
Screw you, dick.
You get health upgrades just like in the last game, but they don't give you an alternate ending like in the last game. And you get extra sands from taking out these teleporty waypoint things that Jafar uses. And the prince gets to ride chariots.
And these are easily the best parts of the game. It's a shame there's only 2 of these segments though. I'd quite happily play a whole game based on it. Yeah, Prince of Persia races, that'd be awesome. Just like Star Wars. Oh.
I mean, look at how awesome this is. Do you not enjoy it?
Watch out! That was close. Behind that column. We made it! Hold yours!
Come on!
Anybody see that?
Nope.
The prince eventually catches up with Farah.
Whoa. Deja vu.
Anyway, it turns out Farah from the first game is in Babylon, and just like in the first game, they decide to work together in order to stop Jafar.
There it is again.
Oh, the boss fights. They're awesome. Not one of them is the same as the other, and they all have unique ways in which you have to take them down. For instance, this big fat guy. You can't get close to him because he can see you, so then you cut out his eyes, and then you can hack at his shins.
I wonder how long it took them to make these games, given that each is vastly different from the last. They made these yearly? Jesus, that's how you do it. 1 year, one amazing game. Not like today's market.
The chemistry between the Prince and Farah is actually pretty good. Farah doesn't know who the Prince is because of the events of the first game. Prince still remembers everything about it. This can lead for some pretty funny dialogue.
Well, look at that.
Farah!
How do you know my name?
Yes,
I eagerly await your response.
I have heard tales. Wondrous tales of a beautiful and brave princess of India. One who has traveled to Babylon seeking to punish an evil vizier who has caused her great distress.
See? Now she's going to kill us.
Sadly, Farah does not show her love for cracks again.
Move!
Fuck off! Anyway,
Luckily, you are never with Farah in combat, meaning you never have to protect her like you did in the Sands of Time. You eventually come to a warehouse where they make statues of the king and so on, but it's on fire, and you need to escape by moving this big ass statue from one end to the other.
sound easy? Well, it's not.
This involves rotating the statue to avoid various beams and pillars. This quickly becomes very tedious because the going forward and backwards is on one side of the warehouse, and rotating left and right is on the other. If they were closer, this puzzle would have been done in half the time.
All in all, this puzzle took me about 12 minutes. It just doesn't sound like a lot, but it felt like an eternity because you're constantly running back and forth, switching between forward and back, left and right. Ah!
So you and Farah journey through Babylon and climb to the top of the central tower and... wait.
I've just realised.
You're stupid.
No. I've just played through the same game twice. You clever bastards.
So when you get down to it, these games' plots are pretty similar. But is that a bad thing?
Of course not. This is still an amazing game. And if you'd asked me about 9 years ago which one I preferred, I would have said Warriors Inn. But now I've got to change mine. Easily Two Thrones. Fuck, where'd that go?
There's just something about it. Yeah, I like the gritty hardcoreness of Warrior Within, but Two Thrones just has so much more charm to it.
Now I can sit here all day and just praise this trilogy to high hell because my god, it is so good. But don't listen to me, just go out and buy it. Seriously, it's so cheap. You can get them all separately on PS2 if you got one, or if you got a PS3, just get the HD edition. Yeah, the sound's a bit iffy in places, but heck, it's still an amazing trilogy. Go out and get it, seriously. Even if you're new to the franchise or just want to relive some old classics, go out and buy it, seriously. You will not regret it. Hey everybody, thank you very much for watching this pilot trilogy of Lukewicko reviews, and look at it, it's Lula, new little cutie. Yeah, I just wanted to say thank you for just watching him, really. I do plan to do more on PS2 games that I played a lot as a kid, and just, yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to do a lot more soon. Because really I do enjoy making them, and just please support the show by hitting subscribe wherever I put it, and yeah. Just subscribe, like, and all that good bollocks and that, and yeah. Thanks again, I guess.
I can't believe you just done a thank you message. You have what, 7 subs?
You're not going away, are you?
Nope.
Where's the camera, Lula? Smell like cat.